Greetings, men and gentle ladies. I'm the man with the inside voice to all inside voices, Anonymous, or just Anony for short. Disventure Camp All Stars needed flashbacks. Normally the video would end right then and there, but I think I need to explain myself to understand what I'm getting at. For starters though, let's address something that I think will pop up eventually. Disventure Camp is supposed to be more realistic than total drama and other similar shows. First of all, the whole realism aspect of the Disventure Camp went out the window when Nina was introduced. This is a walking, talking, sentient puppet who's part of the titular show staff as an accountant, or at least that's her job in season 2. The fact there aren't any other wild stuff like her presence doesn't change the fact her presence makes this Disventure Camp not as realistic as people want it to be. Secondly, having flashbacks doesn't equate to things being less realistic. In fact, you could make the argument that flashbacks are a more realistic alternative to dream sequences or other unrealistic stuff like that, because a character is simply thinking back to something that happened to them. This is entirely realistic, and I bet you that it happens very often in real life. Third, I know this will show up eventually, so let's address it. They can do flashbacks because the shows film in real time, and you can't film flashbacks. Explain the snap scene instead. No counting Emily's firing, which we have confirmation actually was filmed and shown to the public, and off the record, fuck you, Crystal, seriously. There's no reason to believe that everything the staff members are doing on the show gets filmed, especially when you consider the Trevor and Emily stuff, which shows both of them at different locations. So unless Emily's being filmed for some reason, it doesn't make sense to assume the staff members are being filmed at all times like the contestants. The contestants are the ones people want to watch out of any universe, not the staff members. And no, you can't argue that they wouldn't know how to show a flashback because it's nothing out of this world. Take a scene that happened before the present time, put a grayed out filter or similar over it, maybe make the edges like clouds or fluid to indicate this is taking place in someone's head, and bam, you have a flashback. This picture can did this back in season 2 with Rhea near the finale, and the budget there was nowhere near what All Stars has. Now that I bring her up, let's discuss Rhea, because she's kind of the reason why I made this video in the first place. See, for most of All Stars, it's not made entirely clear what her arc is supposed to be, but episode 17 finally makes it clear, for crying out loud, Rhea's story arc only becomes clear at the end again? You're supposed to learn from season 2 All Stars, not repeat it! Anyway, Rhea's arc is about not really feeling comfortable regarding her role as a villainess. She likes the money and fame she gets from it, sure, but deep down she's a good person who does care for the people around her, a clear concept of her more popular villainous persona. And this idea for an arc is pretty sound, on paper. In execution, it's severely botched without the use of flashbacks, which causes Rhea to fall into the same pitfall that All Stars itself has dealt with since the beginning. Failure to show, don't tell. Because the Disventure Camp rarely, if ever, shows what happens to the contestants before the show itself begins airing, and many of their story arcs involve that stuff, the characters and narrative are forced to basically tell us what the characters are dealing with in order to try to get us to care. Ali's definitely getting hate from fans. Connor's definitely getting over Rhea. Aiden and Tom getting Ellie voted out is definitely just strategy, for just a few examples. But the problem here is that most people aren't just gonna casually believe what they're told their face when it comes to this stuff for the very simple fact that these people are human, and they can be biased, remember things wrong, or just straight up lie in order to fit their own beliefs. And as someone once said, actions speak louder than words. The characters telling us what they're going through is just the words. Having a flashback to show us what the characters have been dealing with before the show will do wonders in helping us grow to generally care for them. This is part of the reason why Gret's so popular. Yes, she also tells us what she's been through, but we also see her struggle. We see her dealing with Joe's verbal abuse. We see her eventually becomes friends with Gabby again after their heated relationship in season 1. And we see her return to her original strategic self after spending most of the season as a meek character. Are some of these things rushed? Yes. It's still more than most of the other characters have. But the fact we don't get a flashback to Rhea being her true self, let alone anything to indicate the villainous like it's just that, an act, makes the narrative's attempts to try to paint her as a complex as misguided at best, outright tone deaf at worst. Rhea has nice moments, yes, but these are way too far to few in between the evil moments to make a difference. If they really wanted to make Rhea a complex character who is actually nice but putting on a villainous facade to give up her reputation, they needed to strike a better balance between nice Rhea and evil Rhea. Don't have so much evil Rhea where the idea that she's a nice person seems impossible, but don't have so much cool Rhea that it feels like season 2 Rhea and All Stars Rhea are two different people. I feel like a flashback to Rhea acting nice to Connor without the cameras around would be a decent way to make her arc make more sense. Have the present focus on the current villainous Rhea, but have flashbacks depicting a nice Rhea, the Rhea that she used to be and at times would like to be again. And if you don't want Rhea to have these flashbacks, let Connor have them. He's the only person still in the game who gives a crap about the person that Rhea used to be. Him remembering who she used to be would be more powerful if we got to see him with the old Rhea. Because without that, he comes across as being obsessing over a Rhea that, for all intents and purposes, doesn't even exist. So in conclusion, I feel like flashbacks could have alleviated a lot of problems in All Stars. It may not have fits all of them, but at least certain story arcs could have definitely benefited from them, especially Rhea's. Anyway, that's it from me today. What did you think of the video? Did you like it? Did you not? Do you agree flashbacks would have helped All Stars, or do you think All Stars would have flopped even harder with them? Let me know in the comments down below. Have a wonderful rest of your day or night, everyone.